All right, close your eyes. Close your eyes. Imagine your worst OCD fear. Now imagine facing it head on for 30 seconds. Is your heart pounding? Your palms sweaty? I mean, if it is, you're actually on the right track. What you're doing in these few seconds really matters. In this video, I'm gonna show you why those 30 seconds of discomfort could be the key to unlocking some peace within your OCD. And I'll break down the science and give you actual tools to start your own journey. For many themes of OCD, I'm gonna share examples with you of what you can do. So picture this, you're rushing out the door, keys in hand, when suddenly you've got that nagging thought. Did I actually lock the door? You're pretty sure you did, but you're not 100%. This is where OCD loves to trap people. So let's break down what's happening. Your brain tosses out an intrusive thought. Maybe I didn't lock the door. For most people, this thought would just come and it'd go. I sure hope I did, but I gotta get to work. But if you're dealing with OCD, it might stick around. Your anxiety starts to build, and before you know it, you're caught in the cycle of doubt and fear. So what do most people do? I mean, they give in. They check the lock once, twice, maybe even 10 times, but it feels like the right thing to do. But here's the problem. Every time you check, you're actually making your OCD stronger. It's like your brain is saying, yep, that was definitely something to worry about. Thanks for doing that. And if doors aren't your thing, don't worry. Imagine your OCD is nagging you with your specific fears, because this is what's really going on in your brain. You think about OCD as a faulty alarm system. In a typical brain, the alarm goes off when you're in real danger, but with OCD, it's like the brain's alarm is super sensitive. It goes off for everything, even when there's no real threat. It's as if your brain is constantly yelling, fire, 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 when really someone's just making toast. And every time you give into this compulsion, it's like checking that lock again. You're reinforcing that faulty system. You're telling your brain, good job, keep sounding that alarm. I needed that. But here's where it gets cool. What if I told you you could start rewiring these faulty alarm systems in just 30 seconds? I mean, sounds too good to be true, right? But that's exactly what rapid exposure techniques can do. These quick exposures are like mini challenges for your brain. They can teach your mind that you can handle uncertainty and anxiety without resorting to those compulsions. It's not about proving if the door is locked. It's about proving to yourself that you can handle the discomfort of not knowing for sure. I know what you're thinking. Who cares about the door? My fear is really bad. It involves kids, who I am as a person, my salvation, my relationship. OCD is great at making you think that this doesn't apply to what you're going through. I haven't heard this before. I'm here to tell you, OCD is a liar. Don't fall for it. Exposure techniques work for you. And I'm gonna use someone named Sarah to explain it. So Sarah's story is pretty common. She was constantly terrified about getting an infection from work. This fear led to excessive hand washing and avoiding certain tasks at work. This impacted her life. So if we're gonna use these rapid exposure techniques, what we're doing is we're facing your fear head on, but only for a short time. For Sarah, this meant touching a contaminated doorknob. Contaminated, maybe, we don't know, for just about half a minute. And then when I say contaminated, I mean like we're just guessing it is, maybe it is, it could be, totally, we don't know. I'm not just touching it and being like, this is horrible, I'm gonna get sick, I'm gonna get an infection, That's not an exposure. An exposure is like, grab onto that door handle, rub it, maybe this'll get me sick. I'm using the responses. Oh, I hope I get sick. This would be great. Hope I get an infection. Really cool. This is amazing. I love this feeling. Let me do it with both hands now. Yay, I love this. Oh, I love it. I gotta act like I don't care. I'm feeling anxious. This is great. Maybe I set a timer. I'm doing this for 30 seconds, but I'm not saying, I hope I don't get an infection. This would be horrible if I got this. I can't do this. No, we gotta teach the brain. This thing might not matter as much as you think it does. See, here's the thing. Like, she's actually risking an infection because we don't know 100%. But then after she's done, she's not going to go wash her hands. She might just feel anxious. Move forward. Not doing the hand sanitizer, not going like this, or not going like this. We're not being careful with where the hands touch. We're playing all the way through, man. Touch this thing. I gotta act like I don't care anymore. This is what it looks like. And people often say, but what if there really was something there? That is just like, oh, how can you even do that? That's the risk. There could be. I'll give you an example. I see a lot of clients in my office. People shake my hand all the time. I'm not a big fan of shaking hands, but I'm not gonna wash my hands because of it. But here's the thing. I'll shake someone's hand, my brain will be like, awesome. I'm not really a big fan of it, but cool. But I've shaken people's hands. Hey, thank you. Welcome to my office. And all of a sudden they're like, oh man, I'm so glad I made it. I was throwing up all morning. You just shook my hand. man, what was that about? Guess what? There is a real threat at that moment because I have some real good information. There's a real threat. Awesome. Guess what? I could probably go wash my hands. It might not even have to be immediately. There's a real threat. I can problem solve it. Here's an answer. But if it's like, I wonder if this person was throwing up today. There's no basis to it. Maybe they did, maybe they didn't. I'm willing to risk it. It's just like the door handle. So what happens is the anxiety rises and it falls and the brain learns, wow, this person can do something really hard. Maybe I need to stop telling them that they're in danger. No, touching something you're scared of, yeah. That's not my thing. My thing is really important. It's way more important than that. Don't fall for those traps. So what I'm saying is these 30 seconds. 30 seconds. You're not just doing this once and you're like, I'm golden, man. I can touch all the doorknobs in the world. No, what I'm doing is I'm touching the doorknob, 30 seconds. Ooh, I love it. And then maybe I'm going back to work or whatever I'm doing. And I might set a timer that says, hey, 20 minutes from now, 30 minutes from now, let me go back and do it again. Cool. 30 minutes from now, do it again. 30 minutes from now, do it again. Lots of exposures, short amount of time. Sometimes people love to just sit with that feeling for as long as they can. That's great too, but people can get pretty overwhelmed. Oh man, I gotta do exposures. I don't have 20 minutes to sit here and do this thing. Let's just do these 30-second times. Boom, 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 boom. But do them a lot. Because what happens is your brain habituates. It learns something new. It's like, I think about when we bought a house, there's a train track close by. It wasn't supposed to be running. They totally lied to us. And all of a sudden the train goes, we could feel our house like, blah, blah, blah. Great, awesome, I love it. But guess what? Living there for a few years, all of a sudden I stopped hearing it. The train didn't stop. It was the way my brain perceived it. I got used to it. That's what these exposures are doing. Get used to the thing you originally didn't like, act like you don't care. If I kept focusing on it, 7 p.m. that train is coming and I set an alarm and I'm gonna just focus on that train. Oh, I'm so angry. The thought is gonna stick around. We don't want that. Instead, it's just like, cool. Welcome train, this is awesome. Hope you make my house shake today, free massages. Ooh, awesome. Do it a lot so you get used to it. So as promised, here are these quick exposures that you can use for all OCD themes. You ready? Everyone's theme is going to be so different, but we want to take our core fear, whatever that core fear is, that is what we're either keeping uncertain or choosing just not to give it any value anymore. Okay, so it's not just about the action, it's about the way you're responding to it. So you already know my favorite phrase, right? Maybe not. Where's that? It says right here. We're being uncertain on purpose. All right, so checking OCD. Intentionally leave a door unlocked or an appliance plugged in. Walk down the street and back without rechecking. If I'm doing this 30 times a day, man, I'm risking something great. At least my brain says I am. I'm not just doing this once a day and then I'm gonna move on. Oh, I did an exposure. No, I'm doing a lot. Just right OCD. Set multiple timers. When they go off, I walk around my house, I touch things, move things, walk strangely, step on those cracks, whatever it needs to be for me to feel triggered. I'm gonna enjoy it, man. I'm gonna love it. Hope it lasts all day. If it's like you gotta tap this thing 5 times, I'm gonna tap it once or none, and I'm gonna move on. Oh, I love that feeling. 30 times plus a day I'm doing this thing. Harm OCD. Hold an object like a butter knife without doing any checking rituals. Maybe I'm cutting vegetables. Maybe I'm holding it while I'm standing next to somebody. I'm gonna feel anxious, it's gonna feel real, but I'm doing this 30 seconds at a time, multiple times a day. Relationship OCD. Write down the relationship doubts without seeking reassurance. Answer each of them with, yep, maybe, might have made the bad decision. Cool, love it. Hope I get stuck with this person. Sweet, awesome. Probably the wrong one for me. Yep, maybe not. I guess we'll see. Or if it's a specific flaw that you're looking at with your partner, I'm gonna look at that part of their body or whatever, a picture, 30 times a day, and I'm like, look at that, I love that nose. Sweet, this is amazing. This is cool, love it. How can I take value away from it? Religious scrupulosity. Maybe I skip a specific prayer or read a scripture backwards. Allow thoughts to just flow. Don't label them as good or bad. Sexual intrusive thoughts. Acknowledge the thought. Lay down, close your eyes, have the thought. Say, hey thought, glad you're here. You can stay, you can leave. Take any threat, leave it uncertain. Existential OCD. Engage with the things that bring doubt and questioning. Write them down. Give them answers like, I hope there's no afterlife. That'd be great if we don't really exist. Oh yeah, I'm doubting if I'm even real right now. This is cool, man. The Matrix is great. Love this feeling. Magical thinking OCD. Intentionally break a perceived magical rule or pattern. Whether it's touching something, having a specific thought, smile as if you're the boss. Risk the threat. Yeah, my mom will die because I didn't follow these rules. Cool, amazing. Guess we'll see what happens. Ooh, I'm so scared. Maybe. We'll see. Sensory motor OCD. Sit with this feeling thought, sensation, enjoy it. Don't give it an end date of when it's gonna go away. Maybe it will, maybe it won't. Love it. Hope it stays forever. Smile. Don't force it away. Be with it. Take any threat in your brain, leave it uncertain, man. Maybe it stays forever. Maybe I'll stop breathing. I don't know. Maybe there is a problem with my heart. Ooh, we'll see. Real event OCD. Write down the story that happened, the real thing. Read it without putting any judgment on it. It's not bad. It's not good. It is what it is. Take any threat. Keep it uncertain. Will I go to jail? I don't know. Maybe I will. Smile. Let the story just be a story. False memory OCD. Write down the story you think has happened, but we're gonna read it and we're gonna do the same thing. Maybe I did it, maybe I didn't. I'm gonna smile, I'm gonna relax. I'm just be like, cool, sweet. But if I really did that thing, then blah, blah, blah. Yeah, maybe. If you see the trend here, you gotta take value away from all the things, even if it feels real. And here's the thing, these examples may not capture exactly what you're going through. Find something, 30 seconds that you can do. Facing a fear, feel the anxiety even after the 30 seconds, because it doesn't just go away immediately, and do it again more times in the day, 20 times, 30 times, 40 times, 50 times. Do it a lot. Are you good with math? What is 30 seconds times 30? Oh man, do it a lot. You got the time in the day. One of the biggest mistakes people make is not doing exposures often enough. It's like trying to learn a new language, but I'm telling you, just practice once a month, maybe once a week. Your brain needs regular practice to rewire itself. Another common error, giving up too soon. I did the exposure and it was horrible and it didn't work. Wait a second. What do you mean didn't work? Didn't work means that I did it a lot, hours and hours and hours and hours, and I'm not feeling better about it. Now, a lot of people do it once, twice, 3 times, and they're like, nope, this isn't my thing. ERP doesn't work for me. Let me go try something else. No, that's not how it works. If you're just getting started or you've been doing this for a while, take a look at my online step-by-step course. Takes you to the whole treatment, man. Lots of worksheets, videos. I handhold you through this whole thing. And I've even got one for kids now. I'll link that down below. Remember, you're not alone in this journey. You got this. Trust in the process. I've got more videos here on the screen that can help you learn more about your OCD and what you're gonna do to beat this thing. Thank you so much for watching, and we'll see you next time. My little precious, this is so great. I love this story, and I love it. It's like when you're living a